We begin the installation instructions by demonstrating the installation procedures for the Jam Brace model SD68 on a single door that is already in place. While it is not shown, the first step in retrofitting a single door is to remove all casing from around the door, using care not to break it and remove any staples or nails remaining in the jamb. Clean out all shims, debris, insulation, nails, and screws from the space between the door frame and wall, being careful not to cut any doorbell or alarm wiring. It's recommended that you also reinforce your lower hinge with a jam brace. We will now demonstrate that process. The door may be removed to allow for easier installation. Remove the two screws closest to the outside of the hinge. Remove the weather stripping. Place the enclosed template on the door jamb so that the deadbolt hole mark is just above the hinge. Drill 4 11/64" holes as indicated. Insert the jam brace and secure it with a 3.5" screw through the top hole. Shim the lower 3 holes and insert 3.5" screws. Now remove the top screw, shim, and resecure. Trim off any excess shim material. Drill 11/64" pilot holes for the 2 screws that were removed and secure with the 1¼ thread cutting screws. Reinstall the door, shim the middle and upper hinges, and reattach them. Be sure to use at least 3.5" screws. This is a great time to adjust your door if it is not operating properly. We recommend that you replace your old deadbolt if it is not ANSI Grade 2 or better. Also, add a U-shaped door edge protector or escutcheon plate. This is particularly important for wood doors or steel doors with a wooden edge. There are several different designs of escutcheon plates available, yet they will all sufficiently protect the door edge. Completing this step now will ensure proper spacing when shimming later. Now we will demonstrate the installation of the Jam Brace SD68 to the strike side of the door. Remove the weather stripping if possible. Line up the enclosed template on the door frame as shown and secure it with tape. Now drill 11/64" pilot holes where indicated and remove the template. Remove both strike plates. Slide the jam brace into the cavity and run a 3.5" screw into the top hole. This will allow the jam brace to hang in place. Shim behind the 2 middle holes and attach the new 4-hole deadbolt strike plate included with the jam brace. Using the strike plate as a template, drill an 11/64" pilot hole for all 4 holes and secure with 1¼ thread cutting screws. Now shim the door frame. The space between the door and frame should be as small as possible while still allowing the door to operate properly. Do this for the lower 3 holes and secure using 3.5" screws. Next, remove the top screw, shim, and resecure with the same screw. Check to ensure that the door operates properly. Remove any excess shim material. Attach the door latch strike plate in the same method as the deadbolt strike plate, with 1¼ thread cutting screws. Once again, check for proper door operation. If the door opens and shuts with ease, then reattach the weather stripping and casing. The door is now secure. If you're installing a new door, you can attach the jam brace to the door frame before you install it. Simply line up the deadbolt holes and attach the jam brace with 2 1" screws through the 2 countersink holes. Once it is attached, use the jam brace as a template and drill 4 1/8" pilot holes through the door frame. After the door is installed, simply shim and secure as before.